Hey, we are live.
Already?
Yeah, we're live now. There's nobody in chat though. We'll hang out for a little bit if nobody makes it. And just call it an evening.
Okay.
So if there's anybody out there, go ahead and give us a 5x5. Let us know that you're at least alive.
Well, you can see us. Hear us. There we go.
There's
There's
Tambra.
Everybody's just catching on.
Somebody loves us.
I don't think, is it quite 7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Is it? Okay. Huh. Lynn.
HG's in the house. Leonard. How are you, Len? Hope everybody had a good week.
Huh?
Did you have a good week?
Yeah. Well, kind of.
You've been cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking a lot.
And dealing with the dog.
Dealing with the dog.
We gotta put the dog down. That sucks.
At some point. I'm gonna scoot in a little bit.
It needs to be soon. I try to help him and he bites me and it's becoming a nightmare. So he used to have self-control and now he doesn't have any self-control. And so it's not good. We can't have the grandbabies around him. Yeah. Or company or anybody else. So nobody wants to put him down. He has become a fixture in our community, and so it's hard for anybody to do it. So we'll have to see.
Oh, Tambra, he's just old. He, gosh, how old is baby?
10.
He's older than that.
No, he's 10. Maybe 10 and a half. He'll be 11 in October or something like that.
But he's a German Shepherd. He
How old's Lexi? 27?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Ian's 31, 27.
He's 12.
Yeah, he's 12.
He's 12 years old.
Holy smoke. No, she was a junior. No, she was a junior. She was a junior.
No, she was a junior.
Yeah. So that stinks. So we'll have to take care of that. Nobody wants to do it. We're all procrastinating and it stinks.
Well, he slit.
Yeah, you have food on. You saving some for later.
Yeah, I'm saving some.
I made a new recipe tonight. We wanted to try it out. It's super expensive, so it's going to be a special occasion thing. Did you? So it's going to be a special occasion type deal because it takes Gruyere and it needs 10 ounces of that and the Parmesan and all that stuff. And cheese is not cheap anymore and it needs wine and all this other stuff. And so, it's just one of those things that's a special occasion.
Is it going to make it into your cookbook?
Yeah. I will probably go ahead and put it in the cookbook because it is delicious. But I want everybody to know it's expensive.
Hey, so. In the chat, anybody that's in the chat, put a 1 if you think a cookbook should have an underlying theme. or is a cookbook just a random collection?
It's a random collection.
Is a cookbook a random collection, or should there be a theme for your cookbook?
It's a random collection, and if you want a theme, I'm just letting you know right now, it's going to be yours.
Well, that's fine.
It's a random collection. If you want to know how we cook on a homestead and all of that, it's going to be random. So that is just how it is. And so, we don't do any one type or anything like that. I can cook Italian, Mexican, French, German, American. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff. So if you're wanting my recipes, it's going to be random. If you don't want them and you want it themed, it's going to be yours because I have to get everything separate.
You can take your random.
And do what?
You can create
10 recipes in each book?
You can create a theme behind why you've got this random collection.
How about homesteading? Homesteading cookbook.
See, Spag says cookbooks are just random collections.
They are random collections. Now, there are, okay, so you're right. I think what you're thinking about is the one that T-Paw sent me. She found a very old cookbook that is all about lamb. And so that's like very specific to that one product. And we have too many things around here. We've got goat, we've got sheep, we've got chicken, we've got turkeys, we've got, there's just too much. So So that's what it is, and that's what you'll get.
Well,
and if you don't want it, don't buy it.
it's your cookbook. I'm not gonna force myself on this.
Well, I already have. Jonathan agreed that he'll go through everything, separated out, edited, do the spelling, all that, because the spelling was atrocious. There's some that I have in the computer. There's others that are written down because I go super fast, and then they look terrible because I go, "Oops, nope, I don't like that. I need to up this," or "No, I don't want that. This needs to be this neat," or that kind of thing.
So Leonard, somebody who knows a little bit about publishing.
Oh, is he willing to do it?
The cookbook is whatever you want. A collection with a theme helps narrow your niche. Who are you trying to sell to? That determines what goes in it.
Somebody who likes to cook. There you go.
And then I want cinnamon roll recipe without the chili.
Oh, just don't make the chili. The cinnamon roll recipe is there. I think, in fact, that's really weird. The cinnamon roll recipe is in there, but the chili recipe is not. So, who said that?
Tamber.
No, Tamber, yeah. The cinnamon roll recipe is in there. And then I've also started doing this new thing, and now I'm getting, seriously, anywhere from $48 to $60 a dozen, depending on where I'm at, for my cinnamon rolls. And I'm adding fruit into it, like pie fillings. So you can do strawberry, you can do blueberry, you could do apple, you could do, just whatever you want. And then I've even done peanut butter. Peanut butter doesn't sell so well here. It's been more the fruit, the strawberry and blueberry.
See, so this is what I'm talking about when I talk about themes. HG says, "What's the theme of the Brady Crocker one? Basics everyone should know." So there's a whole bunch of different recipes, but there's a theme there. That's the type of stuff.
All right. So ranch basics, is that what you want?
I don't know.
I mean, these are stuff all the way from your grandmother. So great grandmas all the way down. So I don't know what you.
So why does Grumpy care? Grumpy cares because this is part of our financial.
Grumpy cares because Grumpy is an engineer and a little OCD.
Okay. You know what? It's yours. I don't even put the money into the house with the account. It's all yours. You got to make it first. You stuff the Grumpy will eat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And he does tell me if it's a keeper or get rid of it.
To be fair, that's not a very high bar.
Well, you have told me dump some recipes though. Really, this is missing X, Y, Z.
None of them have been bad. She made some burritos the other day that were not. It's not her recipe. Not her Mexican.
It was not traditional what I usually do.
Well, and it was more Tex-Mex, and I told her.
He doesn't like Tex-Mex.
Well, and it had kind of a Taco Bell vibe to it.
Which is weird.
No, it's not, because it was kind of the same stuff.
I used my salsa. Actually it was tomatoes, and then I did tomatoes, chilies, and then that kind of thing. I didn't use any dedicated salsa.
I think it's the style. The style is
could be the style.
The style is not what you usually make. And don't get me wrong, they were good. They were good.
You said they were better on the third day?
Yeah, after they had several days to sit, they were kind of like chili. Like
chili?
Chili's always better the third or fourth day.
Oh, yeah, meatloaf and that. I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
again, HG, not a very high bar. Sprinkle your love with cooking, or sprinkle your cooking with love.
I don't know. Maybe.
She doesn't do that.
What? That's the only way I can show my love. I'm a pretty hard person. So it kind of amazes me that people are more scared of you than they are of me.
So we have had another. How many inches of rain you said we had?
I have no idea.
We got a gully.
I did dump the rain gauge, so we can go check it.
We got a gully washer. 2 days ago? Was it yesterday?
And the day before.
It only rained about 2 hours, if that much.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
At our house? No, it was more than that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Anyway, all I know is I went into work and it was dry. I came out and there was standing water all over the place.
Yeah, it's been very, very wet here.
Uh,
And today is very, very humid.
okay. Yoda, is Zach.
Huh?
Yoda, can I do a discussion with you on my channel about food preservation? I'll be doing adventure videos for the next 2 weeks, but I'll be available later.
Sure.
Yep.
Anything for you, Zach.
You've got something else coming up, don't
Yes. I need to do a live on Monday, July 8th. That is going to be with Little Miss Prepper. And so we'll jump in there. I think that's 8 o'clock their time. So 7 o'clock our time. I'll verify all that. But you guys will see it. She's going to feed into our stream. So you guys will be able to find us here, but you'll also be able to find it over there on her husband's channel.
All American.
Still All American. I get everybody's so confused. There's Angry American, All American. There's just so many.
you? So many Americans. So many Americans.
I get confused.
We
all look alike.
We're gonna change our channel name to Grumpy Acres Americans. Is what we're gonna change it to. Yeah, HG. I was trying to come up with even more names. I have not heard of a frog strangler in a long time. That's like an old school. That's what all the old guys used to say down in the Ozarks.
Oh yeah.
But, so we've been getting lots of rain. The pond is more full than it has been since we moved in.
You can actually see the water level now from the front porch.
Can you?
Yeah. Nope. That hasn't happened ever since we moved here.
Yeah. And I talked to Tag again, and I think I am going to do a before and after video for you guys. It's going to take me a while though, because I have to go through old videos and pull images out. I think I've got a video someplace when we first moved in where I did a flyby with the drone.
I think so.
And I got to do that, and then I got to go through and hit the same location so you can see what's changed. But I think it'd be a good thing. I need a reminder every now and then that we are making progress. Okay, so Len wants to know: do you have a timeline for the book? I can point you to some resources.
You can point me to some resources. I have a timeline in my head. I'm probably not going to make it. You know me, nothing's changed in over 30 years. So there's constantly something going on and something happening. So I do not have a timeline. I'd like to try to get it out at least in the next year. Have it ready before spring. I'd like to have it ready by fall. I'm not sure that's going to happen. So, but yeah, if you want to put me in some resources, that would be great. I do have somebody who offered to ghostwrite for me. He was minimal, and then I had somebody else who's not done it before, but is good on a keyboard and all that. He's an IT guy, so and he actually said he would do it, and he said he would do it for free because he stays here and I feed him and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, we'll figure out compensation. So, but he's just not sure about pictures and all that because he's never really done that kind of thing. But I do trust him because he's also an engineer, and so he'll make sure it's right. I just don't want to frustrate him with it. So
I can help Yoda, but first voting sheetrock. She wants that bedroom done.
Oh yeah.
She wants that bedroom done.
Yeah. Everybody wants that bedroom done. Believe me. I know Skane's definitely does. But in fact, Skane, you and I need to talk because there's a timeline, as I understand, for some Connex containers. So we need to figure out when those are coming, and we need to figure out where they're going to be put.
Why am I getting comments?
Because Skane's has to move the household. So she's going to move them here. Once she finds her property, then she'll move them here. So that they need to be secure. She's got nowhere to put them.
Yes, winter is coming. This is why we must rally our forces underneath the banner of House of Grumpy.
At least we'll have a nurse on hand because God knows I've needed one at least this week, and I am lousy at it. So
Yeah, you still need to put the first aid kit away.
no, I still need it. I still need it. I'm telling you, the dog has been in pain, so you can't help him with nothing. He's just mean to me. So
See, and I don't understand what happened last night because when you woke me up at 11,
It was the thunder jacket.
when you woke me up at 11,
I went
the
to go.
the jacket was on him, and you were all happy because
I went to adjust it, and so when I adjusted, I saw that it needed some adjusting. He was doing so well, so I'm like, "Oh shoot, okay, let me go adjust it." And my fault. I went because the way that it is, I went underneath from behind, and I should have never done that.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew better. I got excited. So anyway, but he's still. We can't have that behavior. So.
Well,
And he's sore. He's tired. He's sore. So yeah.
Oh, she got bit twice because she was jacking.
I think it was like total of 4 times, but at different times. So 2 times, 2 different times, but total of 4 times. And so
she didn't learn her lesson the first time, so she had to go back and get it.
Well, the first time was different because he's got this cyst that was like looked like it was getting ready to explode, and so it's like,
she's gone down.
Because I was putting comfort oil on it, and now he's sitting in front of the AC. Like he literally came and got me out of bed this morning, and he's rubbing up against because sometimes my feet hang off or my hand hangs off or whatever. And so he's rubbing up against me and trying to get me up, and I thought, oh, he needs to go to the bathroom. And so I got up, went to go let him out to the bathroom. He wouldn't go outside. He went laid in front of the AC, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I think the heat is, there's something about the heat and humidity that is affecting that cyst.
Okay,
and AC, he will not let me put any more comfrey on it. So let's.
The AC, there's another topic. So last year we ran the AC a total of about 5 days.
This time it's warm.
The central air has not been turned on. She bought a couple of did we say it? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see what it does for the cost.
Well, right now it's keeping the dog alive, so.
Well, it's still alive. You just not like everybody else.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, that cyst literally, it was huge. It reminded me of the. What are those little round red balls that you can buy? They're not like small, but they're big, but they're not as big as like a dodgeball.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It might be a California thing. I don't know. But anyway, but it was pretty big and it looked like it was going to pop, which is why I thought it was important to try to get comfort on him. Let me do it fine the first time, no problem. Second time, he was like, hell no, you ain't touching me. And so, I don't know. Anyway.
But we'll get it taken care of.
Yeah. We just got to figure out how.
We got to do some prep work though.
Yeah. He's a big dog.
He's a big dog, and I'm not going to have him hanging out.
We need to call Indy and Mike, and we need to get that stretcher. We're going to need that stretcher.
No.
You don't want to just put him in the skid loader, do you?
No, we're going to do it right next to us.
Right next to it. Okay. So.
I've thought about this. I just haven't had time to do what needs to be done.
I just don't want you. If we're procrastinating, we obviously don't want to do it. So maybe we just get that fed out.
Well, yeah, that's. I'm gonna have to back to it. I'm not gonna lie, folks.
This is our partner in crime. This dog and I did Schutzen training together. He's had some amazing things. So it's gonna be hard. So let's change the subject. Yeah.
So I've been preoccupied at work this week. Actually, the last 2 weeks. I didn't talk about what happened, did I? Because it still wasn't common knowledge.
I don't think it was common knowledge. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
So we got hit in that wave of hacking attacks, the ransomware attacks, and there were companies all across the country that got hit by these people. The last 2 weeks have been really rough as far as cyber attacks go.
For police departments, the county courts, all kinds of people.
No, Ian, the mic's not muted. Put a one put a one down in the comments or in the chat if you can hear us. But anyway, so we got hit, And so we've got over 200 computers that we have to reimage. So I've just been busting that, coming home, and then it's all we can do to see Leonard can hear it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
It doesn't matter that our son can't hear it, and our grandbabies are watching.
But we've been working on that. So I get home.
Ian says too, so he can't hear it.
And all I've been able to do the past 2 weeks is just general keeping everything functioning around here, getting the animals out on the pasture. Still working on the peach tree that we lost. Did have a talk with Derek.
I don't think we told them that because that happened.
Did we talk about the peach tree?
We talked about the one limb that came down, but that peach tree. When did Hacks come and get the trailer? Thursday.
Did it happen? Yeah, because it happened Wednesday. Well, we lost our peach tree. We lost our last mature peach tree.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine, if you will, the trunk looked like this, and there were 2 branches coming up like that, and the wind hit it and did this number to it, and just completely shredded the trunk.
Look at this smart aleck. Her and Ian are going to get along just fine.
But so it's down on the ground. It's not dead. In fact, if we left it, it would probably survive. But you can't leave the tree like that because the trunk is all opened up. So I got to take it down. So I've been taking it apart little by little. The leaves are still green, so I've been dropping them over the fence for the animals, and they've been loving it. They've been getting all kinds of Johnson grass. And tell me what you guys think of this idea. I'm going to do whatever I want, but tell me what you guys think of this idea. So in the goat and sheep paddock, the water from that side of the property all runs right down through the paddock. So I'm going to build a swell down there, and when I build the swell, I'm going to fence it in. I'm going to put Johnson grass in there.
On purpose?
On purpose.
Ooh, no.
Because it grows really fast. Well, it's isolated. It won't spread because if it grows outside the fence, they'll eat it down in a heartbeat. But I'll leave it in there, and I'll wait until it gets like 3-4 feet tall, and then I'll open it up, and the goats and sheep can go in there and just graze it down to where it's down to the ground, so it's a sustainable.
I mean, if you want to go there, you might as well also grow Lespedeza, and then you can have the fight with the county because I'm not going to deal with it.
I would have to deal with it anyway. And if they're going to hit us for Lespedeza and Johnson grass, they're going to hit us for it anyway.
We're trying to get it under control, and you want to grow it.
Well, because it's over there, and I've got a natural. If the goats and sheep die, then there's an issue. But I don't plan on the goats and sheep going away. No, they'll keep it from spreading. Lord knows they're good at that.
Let's see. Count on an outbreak.
You might cause an outbreak. Yeah. An outbreak of what? Johnson grass. Oh, listen. There's so much Johnson grass.
There's already an outbreak.
There's so much Johnson grass in this area, it's not even funny.
We're trying to get it out.
I swear to God, I pull. The only way you can get rid of Johnson grass is herbicide or pulling out by its roots. And even pulling out by its roots takes a long time. There you go. So, do you think kudzu would grow up here?
Might.
I'm not growing kudzu. I saw that stuff down in the south, man, down in North Carolina. That stuff. Ooh.
It might. They said like there was this big old report, and I can't remember when I heard it. It was like maybe Thursday or Friday, and they were talking about this new mosquito that came out now, and it's all because of global warming, and we're getting jungle weather. Like so like South America weather. So it's all coming up here this way. So now we have to deal with that, and we need to be wary about this one mosquito because it's deadly.
Well, and the U.S. government is in talks with Pfizer. Is it Pfizer or Johnson? One of them. One of the people that made the clot shot. They are in talks with them about an mRNA bird flu vaccine.
Oh.
So round 2. The good news is, who was it? It was an insurance company. Was it Blue Cross Blue Shield? State Farm. One of those two got sued by a former employee who was fired because he refused to take the vaccine, and the company was found liable.
Good.
And so the guy won his court case. So,
Yeah, members of Congress, right? Yeah. They won't because it's for birds. It's for the birds.
no, it's for us because
Oh, because we get bird flu?
yeah,
Have you ever had bird flu?
there's been 2 people in the entire world that they know have had bird flu.
So now we all
And
have to get bird flu.
And they just so happen to be in America. And an election's coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How did you guys like the I don't know. Wait, was it a debate? I think it was a debacle. But how'd you like that? That was craziness. Crazy.
I did a video on
Did you?
it. Yeah.
I missed it.
Hey, put a 1 in the comment if you saw my video about what I thought about the debate.
Everybody's
I know at least 1 or 2 people saw it. It's kind of weird. The channel recently. I don't know if it's the content or it's the algorithm being suppressed, but it seems like some stuff that usually gets really good views, like shorts and some of the other things, haven't gotten the best viewing.
Well, you know why. And a lot of it, I think a lot of it has to do with what the Democrats know, what is getting ready to happen, and what's going on. They have a lot of cleanup to do, and they have to get theirs done before, is it July? When is the convention for the Democrats?
Late
Is
July,
it
early August.
Late July, August?
Read
They
what
have
your
to get it done fast.
Read what your son put.
Well, yeah.
The debate was a precursor to the Trump-Biden enemies to lovers story arc.
Sorry, guys, our son is weird.
It's like a demented Hallmark story,
Right.
isn't
Right.
it? See? Everybody saw it but you.
Yeah, sorry. So, I only see that 3 or 4 people saw it. Ian didn't see it.
He doesn't watch our channel. Except for this.
He's on your own.
Because you were talking to him, right?
Well, because Eliza, she just didn't have time for me.
Oh.
And so I was like, because she had other things to do. And so she was like, I want to talk to Mama. I still want to. And I said, okay, well, if she changes her mind, we'd love to see her on the live. And he said, maybe we'll check that out.
So Gregory Kissel never showed up in my notifications. Now, I have not heard of anybody getting unsubscribed from us, but there are a lot of people. They're not getting notifications.
Yes, we have heard of people getting unsubscribed
Have
from
you?
us. B is one of them.
Really?
And so, yes, so there's a lot of shenanigans and things going on. So I know about it when it's people that are close to us and they're like, I keep having to resubscribe. And so there is a lot of that going on. But you guys also know being tagged over at Life Done Free, they're also ruffling some feathers. So it could be that we're connected in there. I'm not sure.
Every time Lynn clicks on one of our videos, YouTube runs a Biden fundraising commercial.
That's funny.
Well, that means, you know what? That means that we're doing something right. If they're trying to throttle us and they're doing that stuff, I'm waiting for
that would also explain why we get all the negative comments from the Democrats on some weird videos.
You know, I'm waiting.
Nuts.
I'm waiting for the little Wikipedia. How they talk about context. They give context. Ooh, there's something. Did you guys? Okay.
We're
Segue.
gonna just dive in right now.
No, segue. YouTube is running a test where it's called community content, and basically what it is people can vote on whether your content is truthful or not.
Oh, no.
And they took it.
What a mess.
They took it from some other social media site, but at this other site it got hijacked by the left, and they go in and downvote people's content so that it's misinformation, and it's labeled misinformation because a majority of the people that vote on it.
They're asking for a $5 donation on that ad.
It's a steady.
Get out of here.
It's a steady ad with Biden, Obama, Kamala, and several folks. I've never Singapore, asking for a $5 donation.
Don't donate to it. We don't believe in that. We're not gonna support that.
I don't think any of these people would donate to it.
Well, you got other idiots out there that would. So.
Hey, none of them are our subscribers, because our subscribers are the smartest people on the internet. Okay, just get that squared away.
Anybody that's a subscriber would know that we're not that way.
Yeah. So this community content thing is going to be. It may be the death of conservatism on YouTube. Seriously.
That's crazy.
And patriotism.
Well, then we'll just have to go to the Rumble, I guess. Yeah. I need to get more tea.
I told Google that it was a great idea, and I'd send $5 to Trump. Touche, Miss Staines, touche. So, what else has been going on in your guys' life? I saw the Canadian Terminator was in the house. You got anything going on with the homestead? The weather's finally starting to get nice up there, isn't it? It's been hot here, humid. Not. I say hot. Would you say it's been hot?
It's hot in here.
Uncomfortably hot?
It was when it wasn't raining.
Oh.
Now it's just uncomfortably humid.
When it's not raining, it's uncomfortably hot, and when it's raining, it's uncomfortably humid, she says. And I apologize. I did not do any prep work for tonight. We were so busy. In fact, this morning's walk did not get done in time, so it's going to go up tomorrow at 10 a.m., which is good because what I wanted to talk about tomorrow is actually better posted on the 4th.
Hey, Annie and Mike. Oh boy.
Have you looked at Gab? It's like I like it as a concept, but no one I know is using it. I have heard of it, but I haven't done any deep dives. You know, here's the deal. Here's the deal with it all. Whether you like YouTube's policies or not, it is still the best platform to get your message out. All you have to do is understand that it's a private company and it's their rules, play by their rules, and you can get your message out. I could never understand these guys that would get on there and I don't care if I get kicked off. And they would do stuff on purpose to get banned from YouTube, and then they wear it like a badge of honor. And I'm not saying that you kowtow to them, but you don't go out of your way to get booted off the platform if you've got a message you want to share, because you can do it. You can play in the bounds, and the problem is, of course, is that they move the sidelines and they move the goalposts, so you're never really quite sure where the inbound line is. But you do the best you can and you get your message out. There's absolutely no way that we could get the message about homesteading and building community and all this other stuff. It would not reach the same amount of people, as limited as our base is. We could not get a fraction of that on Rumble.
Well, we have a lot of people that are not subscribed that watch us all the time, and I actually have been introduced to quite a few of them, and so I know that there's more people that watch, so the message does get out there. And we have 2 new families coming into the community. One of them is already here. The other one just put their offer in on the property. It was accepted, so they'll be here soon. It's exciting. We're growing and growing.
Tamara says there's 102 down in Texas. Scanning. Heat index is still one way. We have not had the high heat indexes. We were talking about it yesterday, and
not 130, but we've been up there. It's been 101. It's been 103. 105.
Yeah, but the difference is we're not in the middle of a drought now, and everything's not turning brown in the beginning of July.
In fact, I was listening to the radio, and one of the girls, it was like Kansas City's Q104. She had made the comment. She said, "Dare I say it?" She used the word moist. Kansas City is moist, and it just is. I mean, everybody is constantly. You're just wet, And so, in fact, some of the homesteaders are getting their outdoor showers in now because it was Gypsy. Gypsy made the comment in the feed, and he made the comment. He said, "Yeah, we gotta get the indoor shower in because I've noticed that when I'm out in public, people are standing upwind." So, yeah, man, we all work so hard. It's sweaty. It's just one of those things, and it's the Midwest. This is what it's usually like. We've just been in a drought, so it's never been like this bad for a while.
Okay. Mike says, Gab is the Wild West. It's free speech absolutist website. Truth mixed with falsehoods. I think the site is under nonstop attack. Well, yeah, it is. You're probably seeing a battle of ideologies going on. I may have to go check it out just to see it.
Now you've been baited.
Well, I'm not going to go on it. I don't need the hassle. It's hard enough. It's hard enough keeping YouTube running and posting stuff over on Rumble periodically. You know, just doing a video dumps over there. But yeah, I don't have the time or energy to worry about multiple websites. You know, if our financial situation was a little bit different, then maybe that would be. Are they doing the lotto tonight? That reminds me.
Tonight is Tuesday, so no. And then you said billion, and I did look at it because you had like sometimes. So if I have to go to co-op, sometimes I have to sit at co-op for a while. I have to wait for the trucks and all the big rigs and everything to go through before I can get underneath the chute. And so I always stop and I get my Diet Coke and I get a bag of Corn Nuts. And I don't eat the whole bag at one time. So, you know, I just eat a few because my mouth will start hurting and that kind of thing. And he ate my Corn Nuts. And I got in the truck today and I was like, oh my God, he ate the Corn Nuts. So he threw $20 at me. He was like, go buy Corn Nuts. Get $20 worth of Corn Nuts and be quiet. And so it was like, no, you don't have to do that. And he threw it in my purse anyway. So I was going to go get lotto tickets. So that I was going to ask you that. You said there was one that now.
I don't know.
I thought you said it was 175 billion. There is one that's 175 million. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't spend 1.70 for 175 million. You say?
I think that's the highest one.
That's not worth playing. 1.5 million.
Your voluntary taxes.
Here's the deal. And yes, I understand. Buying a lotto ticket is dumb as hell.
It is.
And it's taxes for stupid people. I understand that. But
because you'll never win. You have to be foreign and already rich.
You know what? I don't go to the movie theater. I very rarely go out and eat. I don't pay for cable or anything like that.
It's his playtime.
I get to spend $2 and I get to spend a week fantasizing about what I would do if I won the lotto.
Yeah.
All right. So for $2, I'm more than happy to pitch that.
It's actually not $2 anymore.
Well, whatever it is, it's still cheaper than all the rest of that crap. Yeah. You know.
I saw some like scratch tickets now are like $20. You remember when like Christmases, especially with your family, because it was so big at Christmas, we would get lotto tickets and then just sign Christmas cards and a sweet little message and that kind of thing. Put a lotto ticket in there. And they were $1 a piece. I don't even know if there's scratch-off tickets that are $1 a piece anymore. They all seem to be like 2, 4, 6, 10, 20. It's weird.
So we had a baby duck. You want to tell them the saga of the baby duck? Baby duck. She let it come out of its egg naturally, and it took a little too long. And it had hips.
Had a hip displaced. Well, I didn't notice the hip, and so I was just trying to take it. Had crooked foot, so I was trying to take care of the crooked foot. So I used what I had on hand because didn't catch it till the evening. So used what I had on hand until I could get to Boom Gars and all that. And so then the next day got to Boom Gars, came in, tried to do it. I've never booted a duck before. Like usually we just let the mamas take care of them. But we don't have any on the property right now, so I just hatched out some chicks. Never done that before. I'd probably never do it again.
Yeah, we've never had. That's the first duck we've had an incubator.
Yeah, we've never incubated.
We've always natural birth.
Yeah, so we will not do that again. In fact, Milk Lady has some ducks for us, so we will get that pen put together, which we got to do soon because we do have ducks that are alive, and so we got to get that done. When we get that done, I will go get it some friends, and then they will all be happy on the pond and solve the pond problem. I hope. And so anyway, so I never done it before. We were trying to figure it out, and then finally Mossiak was like, "You want me to stalk over, show you how to feed it correctly?" Because I was showing her pictures. She's like, "I don't think that's right." And I said, "Yes, please come and show me so that I know, exactly what to do." And so she came and showed me how to do it, and then she's the one that noticed the hip. And so it did have a leg that was it was having a hard time, but I thought it was because of the foot and then the ankle. And so we were trying to figure all that stuff out. And so she suggested, let's put it in a Dixie cup, get a red Solo cup, and then you want to lift it up and then try to get those feet on the ground, but so that there's no weight on the feet. So I thought, okay, well, she raises ducks. She knows how to do this. She's done it before, so this is not a big deal. And I did it, and I just think that it was a matter of I had the food up there so it could still get food. I made like a little table so that it could get its food and water and all that. Not thinking I should have just taken all that food away and done that. I think it just got, the cloth that was in there got too wet, and I think it was cold. And but man, it sucked because it was a total survivor. Like this duck should not have made it as long as it did. And anyway, it finally gave up the ghost, and it was sad.
No, and it was small too.
And it was small.
It was a super small duck.
Yeah, and she which is weird. I think the egg was small, and it just I thought the duckling was big, but no, she said it was too small and it was hard to get all that on there. So, but yeah, no, we will let the moms take care of it from now on. So when we're ready, we'll get that pen up. It's got to be up in the next 6 weeks at least, because otherwise that duck has to go up there, and that's going to make a mess because their water has to be raised up. Remember?
You need to find me a 10 by 10 dog cage.
10 by 10 dog
like
cage.
Okay.
So like look on Craigslist and all that. So we'll get that all set up and then get them out there by the pond and do all that. Yeah, it's super cute, the one that survived.
You know what, Skeins? This is part and parcel.
That's
to
part of
do
it.
What we do.
Yeah, it's part of it. So even like we've had a lot of friends. Milk Lady is one of them. They haven't had. It's just this year has been so many losses, and we had 2 years of losses that we were just kind of like, do we even want to do this anymore? And so it's just part of it. So
Knock on wood. This year has not been.
We've had losses, but not.
Oh yeah, you're always gonna have the losses.
Yeah.
Compared to the last 2 years, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, well, we've lost some turkeys, and so that's stupidity and on stupid roosters and dogs and all this other crap, hawks. But yeah, but odd. Okay, so we lost those other 2 turkeys, and then I went to go clean out the incubators, and there were 2 turkeys sitting there.
They're like Indian turkeys. They're like
the little people brought them in.
Yep.
And
they're reincarnated.
So
they were reincarnated.
Where the heck did you come from? And it was literally like cohesive. So why raise ducks? So ducks will
Right there, that one first.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Did somebody else come in before that?
Well, Gregory wanted to know why ducks are hard to
Oh,
incubate.
they're not hard to incubate. We just had better success when we
let the
mamas take care of them. And so I think a lot of people say, well, the incubator is better. I don't agree with that. I get 100% hash rate most of the time when I let the turkeys and chickens and the ducks do everything on their own. And the incubator, I also talked to a gal. So the ducks were in the Little Giant, and she raises ducks. And we both came to the same conclusion that the Little Giant, and what really sucks, that's the only one you can find made in the USA. The Little Giant is not great for ducks. So duck eggs and turkey eggs need to go in the other incubator, and not the styrofoam ones, not the, what was that one with the other ones called? Those were, I can't remember. We did a Producer's Pride. No, it needs to go in. They need to go in the other ones. And the Little Giant is fine for quail and that kind of thing. Not when you get to the larger eggs. So
and here's why raise ducks.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, if you've got a pond, they will help maintain the pond. Mm-hmm. Number two, everybody said it in the chat. Duck eggs. Mm-hmm. Duck eggs are fantastic for baking. The fat content is way higher, and they make your baked goods much fluffier. And they're bigger too. They're bigger. The downside,
they're messy.
They're extremely messy. When they eat, they take the food in their mouth and they swish it in the water, so that there's muddy water all over the place in the duck pen, all constantly. In fact, a lot of people don't like them running free because they will get into livestock troughs and foul up the water that way. The meat, duck is really good. You can get duck fat from it. You can get really good cooking stuff out.
Well, the duck breasts are expensive, so if you go to buy duck breast, you're going to pay some money for it. So you might as well just raise it yourself, and then you have the duck breast. And yeah, there's just a lot of it. The broth as well. Yeah, there's a lot to it. So yeah, it just depends on how in depth of cooking and all of that you want to go. So if you don't cook, you may not be interested.
So Starla makes the comment, don't eggs raise cholesterol. And stands your Clydes. Cholesterol is a good thing. Look, anything in excess is going to be bad for you, right? If you're eating 3 dozen eggs every week, probably probably not the best for you.
Women can tolerate, well, most women, depends on your height and your size and all of that. For me, my cholesterol would be fine if I did 2 eggs 3 times a week. My cholesterol is fine. And then you can actually do 3 eggs every day. Yep. And so it just depends. So if you get the health check and all of that.
Chuck's in the house. Chuck hasn't been in the house for a while, man. You been super busy, bro?
I bet he has.
It's that time of year, though.
I saw him over at SOE. He was over at SOE the other night.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. And, but yeah, so it's always funny for me to watch SOE. Oh my God, John cracks me up. There's so many people that get in there and they think they're so smart and they make a comment, and inevitably at some point he has to say, we all know each other. And then, totally shuts down that person. And like, you're not gonna win here. You're not thinking that you're fitting in, that kind of thing. You're an idiot. So, John, if you ever go over to SOE, and just be prepared. He's rough around the edges, but he's a good guy. He extended
an invitation to their summer party to us.
Yeah,
which is
like, if we could totally make it, we would.
Which is a good thing. But I've heard stories. I am old and out of shape, and I'm afraid it would take me a couple of weeks to recover.
Next thing you know, we'd be in Glenn and Carrie's side, just all hanging over, and Carrie would be like, "Are you alive, girl? Are you alive?" And I'd be like, "I think I am, Carrie. Are you sure you can hear me? Am I alive?" So, but yeah, we hear it's a good time, and so yeah, the invite was awesome, but yeah, we're not gonna be able to make it.
No,
we got so much we gotta get done here.
We're stuck here for the next 2 or 3 weeks. We got so much. Yeah. I did not get the mythical well blown out this weekend because we had other things that popped up. Hopefully, I got a long weekend this weekend, so a lot of the stuff that I've been putting off, hopefully, will get done.
Yeah, the band hammer. Yeah, there is a band hammer, heavy over there.
Oh my goodness!
I gotta make sure it'll be interesting to see how the new cinnamon rolls go over the SOE in the fall. So.
I didn't hear any. We left
Those
3
were
dozen?
just the original.
We left 3 dozen of them there, and they were extremely happy about it.
No, I think was it 3? Maybe
Yeah,
a little bit more. Yeah, and the tamales. So yeah, but wait till you guys get your hands on the fruit ones. I'm telling you.
Skeens is a college girl as of today. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And you said it's self-paced, right?
Yeah. She can do it at her own speed, so she's gonna knock it out. She'll be done in 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
I'm saying 4. I think she said something like
6 months.
6. No, I think she said like 6 or 8, and then she can do her clinicals. I don't know how long clinicals it takes. You got to have so many hours on the floor. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, so it's always fun over there. And then I got some other stuff going. I got cinnamon rolls I gotta make tonight because you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off for the July weekend, and then so I've got to get cinnamon rolls rolled out tomorrow for you to take to work. Well, I got to get them rolled out tonight for you to take to work tomorrow and sell. And so this one's going to be interesting because it's kind of odd numbers.
Love the fruity cinnamon rolls.
Yeah,
They were good. Bird's Eye View Homestead.
Yeah, they yeah, it was just a fluke that we did that, and it just totally
A conversation in the parking lot,
literally. They
Yeah.
were like, if anybody can do this, you can do this. And so I was like, well, I give it a shot, and man, it was good. I'll tell you what, the French onion casserole tonight. It's just expensive.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
It's a special occasion thing.
If she can figure out how to market it, we're taking it to one of the festivals as
It'll probably be at SOE.
the limited edition.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's French onion soup casserole.
It's French onion casserole, but it's the idea of French onion soup, and then you lay it out a different way. I'll do a video on it.
No, you won't.
Well, I'm gonna have to, because now you know you're gonna have 50 people asking for the recipe, and so I will do a video on it. It's extensive, so this is a casserole you want to make beforehand, and then I would say this is more something that you would do for a holiday type thing, or especially a special family get together or something like that. It's I think when I broke down the cost and all of that, it's about $45 a dish, like for a 9x13 piece.
So Starla, before we answer the question, let me ask you something. What kind of dehydrator do you have? Do you have the round Nesco type, or do you have the square one? And the reason I ask is because the way you make it's the same, but they come out a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because of the way the dehydrators are set up.
I have the Excalibur. I also have a Nesco, but we have 2 Nescos.
We got 2 Nescos.
2 Nescos and the Excalibur. I prefer, or you do too, we prefer the Excalibur over the Nesco.
Okay, so Starla, the way you prep the apricots to make fruit roll, do you take the skins off? I would just take the pits out and get any spots off of them and put them in the food processor and puree the snot out of them.
I still don't think you're going to get all that peel broken down like that. I think you need to peel them. And that's just a matter of blanching them.
Yeah, blanch them.
Right off.
You can blanch them and take the peel off, then puree them, and then you might even want to, if it's too thick, to add just a splash of water to make it so it's thinner, and then you just pour it on the tray. They should come with a little nylon flat sheet. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's actually I don't know where they're at, but I have them for the Excalibur too, so you can get.
Hey, look,
they're netted, like there's little holes in them that comes in the Excalibur. That's what you would use normally for anything else. And then if you want to do the rolls, then there's actually another sheet that you can put in there and do that.
Little silicone sheet, but
Nesco is round, and I think if I remember correctly, they're white and they're solid. It's a solid ring. Should have came with them actually.
Yeah, if you don't have any, I know you can get them on Amazon, because when the Nesco was the only one we had, they got ruined. You washed them a little too much, and they cracked, and so we had to buy replacements.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you can get them on Amazon. but you just pour it in there and you set it to about 120 degrees, the fruit setting, and it will dry it into the leather, and then you just peel it off, lay it on some wax paper, and cut it into strips, and there you go. Yeah. It's dead simple.
Yep.
So local prepper, how much time before your festival prep stock? How much time we got?
October, right?
Yeah. But I wanted him to say.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to help him pump the festival. I was trying to help him.
Well, give us a date, LP. Give us an update. Give us place, time, date.
Okay. Skins, I moved my freeze dryer on a cart today, Tamara, so I can start breaking down the shelves. There you go. 2-ish months is how long until prep stock. Okay, if you order trays or the inserts for the round dehydrators, make sure your trays, there are a couple sizes, I believe. Yeah, make sure you get the right size. The Nesco only comes in one size, though.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I don't know. It's been a
long time since we bought a Nesco.
Yeah, we haven't used the Nesco for
years. 6
or 7 years now.
Yeah, we still keep it around because it still works.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I've got it.
October 12th and 13th, Nebo, North Carolina.
There you go.
You're gonna, if I remember correctly, though, all the camping spots are gone, so they're gonna have to find a camping spot away from them.
Or Airbnb.
Or Airbnb. Like that's the way to go, folks. If you can find an Airbnb in the area, that one we stayed in Tennessee for Back to Land, that was really nice.
Measure twice, order once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had that issue with the Thunder jacket. So, in fact, did you get that later?
No, I didn't.
Can you do that tomorrow? I'll get it out.
Getting one in the settlement.
Getting what?
They're talking about. I have never seen that model before, so I'm not going to make any comments on it.
Well, and you have to be careful too, because sometimes I think Canada also, there's something about their electrical hookups, right? Probably not all over Canada, but there, and anything UK, isn't there like something you have to be careful with how it plugs in and all of that? So it might have a different name.
Their plugs are wired different.
Yeah, so it might have a different name because of that reason. So, but I don't know. I've never heard of it.
So all the sites are on the other side of the lake, which is an 11-minute drive.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. It's not like Midwest Preparedness Festival where you're going to be sitting around a campfire till 2 in the morning, overindulging, right, Skanes? Getting yelled at, right, Angela?
Oh, Skanes' fault.
Oh, Skanes got it.
It wasn't.
Skanes wasn't there when
Yeah, she was.
Was she?
She was. Yeah. And he wasn't. Spags actually said it was just because he could recognize. He couldn't see anything because it was dark and it wasn't 2 o'clock in the morning. It was midnight, and he couldn't see anything, but he could hear my voice and he recognized my voice. So that's why he was like, Angie! And so he wasn't yelling, he was just trying to get my attention.
Did Spags yell at you too?
We're too. What the hell are you talking about? Like, you weren't even there. So you're trying to remember something that didn't happen. But
well, no, the one I'm talking about, I was there.
What are you talking? Oh, like years and years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Miller, and that was Jules. That wasn't me. Because I thought Jules was going to get up and, like, I was just like, whoa. Because Jules, West Virginia, man, like, she was not backing off, and I was like, holy hell, we all need to go to that. Yes, that one was at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I had to hear about it.
I don't know. I think it's my voice. I think everybody just recognizes my voice, and so like it's always like my fault.
You're drinking and extremely loud.
It's always my fault. But I wasn't. That's the thing. He wasn't yelling at me. He was yelling at Jules. So now Spags did. He wasn't yelling. He was just trying to get my attention. I needed to get everybody settled down because it was kind of. I'm just gonna say this, Spags, I love you. It was stupid to put the fire pit right next to the RVs that had the kids in them, especially when you've been to campouts and you know how it goes. fire pits should have been over somewhere else. That has been recognized, and I think that is going to get fixed. So, because it was a lot of people's recommendation on that. But anyway, so it is what it's a learning curve. It's just a learning curve. This was a brand new campsite, trying to fit everybody in comfortably, and so it was just a matter of trying to figure everything out. But they got it. Sitting between Yoda and Tina. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. It was Tina.
Oh.
That's right. No, I totally forgot about that. It was Tina. Because Tina was like, it wasn't me, girl.
Yeah, right. Leonard completely out of character. Her being loud after drinking.
I'm loud all the time. Like we were at the restaurant. We had the community dinner, and the poor girl, the waitress, she's trying to get everybody's food out. Nobody's listening to her. She's awful quiet, and so she like brought my order. I couldn't hear her, so I told her no because I thought she said with no onion, and I wanted onion. And so I was like, okay, well then that's not mine. I said, I don't think that's mine. And so she's like, okay. So she just goes and takes it back. So she has the rest of the food. And finally, I just like, I've got this. I was just like, hey, that mom, like everybody settle down, and then everybody kind of quieted
and it
down.
Wasn't
she was
just
able
the
to get
people.
the food.
It wasn't just the people in our group that quieted
it
down.
was like
It was everybody in the entire restaurant quieted down.
Doug just turned around and looked at me. He's like, man, you gotta settle lungs on me. I'm like, like when you grow up in the Navy, you kind of have to. And especially down where we were, so down in San Diego as a teenager, right by the border, you have to be loud because if you're docile, I think would be the best way to say it. If you're docile, and you're not gonna make it. You're living on Navy base with a bunch of Navy brats that most of them are free-range chickens raised. And so, with that, if you can't defend yourself and speak up, you're screwed. So it just kind of is what it is. That's on any.
So you're saying military kids are obnoxiously loud?
Not all of them, but the ones that are not are usually bullied. So kind of is what it is.
Starla, no, I have not made apricot wine, but the process. Okay, the process.
The same, right?
Yeah, the process for making fruit wine is exactly the same. It's you grind the stuff down so you get the maximum surface area. You start fermenting it. You might, depending on the fruit, you might back sweeten it before you, or sweeten it. Put some sugar in it before you ferment it. But you ferment it and then you just let it. That's it.
Rosie, yes.
Yeah, you know what, guys? Anybody that knows Rosie can attest to this. That she is just a little wallflower. I mean, you would not know that Rosie was there if you didn't see her. She's just nice and quiet.
Depends on how.
Can I get an amen on that from somebody?
Depends on how the situation is. And so, but she usually kind of as soon as she gets around people that she knows, it's just like it's on like Donkey Kong. So, yeah.
Yeah, Starla. If you're actually looking at making wine, there are some really great resources online. Off the top of my head, I don't have any off the top of my head, but you just get on YouTube and go to YouTube University. You can find all kinds of stuff. And as far as brewing, fermenting, distilling, I'm going to say wine is probably the easiest. It's probably the most like an art form. Distilling alcohol.
It's definitely an art.
Distilling alcohol is a science project, and beer's. I don't even know how to explain beer. But wine is the most artful of the three. That it takes the most nuance.
Beer's a craft, I would say.
Yeah, well, they're all craft.
Well, I think wine's an art, and then the other beer's a craft. But no wine. So I had to stop by for the recipe. The French onion soup takes wine, so I needed to go get a bottle. We decided the guy that was behind the counter, him and I were talking, and I was like, "Here's what I'm doing. What dry wine would you recommend?" And he's like, "Oh, the Chardonnay is going to be a little sweeter." Oh no, the cheap stuff, you would have been mad had I bought that. And so he comes over. I didn't have my glasses, so he comes over and he's helping me. We find it, and he's like, "Well, this bottle is cheaper," but he was grabbing the other bottle, and then he was like, "Oh no, wait, this one's cheaper." And then I stopped for a minute and I looked at the bottle as I went to go grab it. It was Help Me San Francisco Brewery. And I was like, oh no, I'll pay for the more expensive bottle. And he kind of looked at me and just started laughing. And like, that would not go well in my house. So, like, no.
Yeah, Starla, you can freeze the fruit. In fact, it doesn't actually hurt it. It can actually help it in some cases because the ice breaks down the cell membranes, so you get more of the essence out of the fruit, if you will. Actually, it actually can help. In fact,
we're always moonshiners in here.
The mulberry wine that we made the first batch, we froze for 6 months.
It was actually the best mulberry wine we've had in years, and so it's really sad. Our last bottle went to Mrs. Hack's, and because they helped us with it, so we told her she could have the last bottle. Tambra's
doing it by the 1 gallon. I do it by the 5 gallons, so the measurements are a little bit different.
Yeah.
My suggestion, another suggestion, if you live near a somebody that owns a brew shop that sells the supplies for making all this stuff, go in and talk to them.
Mm-hmm. They'll help you out.
People that brew beer and distill alcohol and make wine, they love sharing it. It's such a, and it's fun to do. It really is.
Just misunderstood.
Do what? Where?
So Rosie is like a New Yorker, and so when she talks, she's got attitude and all of that. Yeah, so I'm saying. So there's attitude and not attitude. How do you say? Some people are like, so they'll tell me I'm too city, and so when she talks, especially when she gets excited, there's a lot of. You talk with your hands, and you do this also an Italian thing, So you're talking with your hands, you're doing all that, you're expressing yourself, and so that's what throws a lot of people off. But I'm telling you, Rosie's a very sweet gal, very very nice, and she's a trooper. The girl comes and camps in her truck.
I got to see the van, Rosie. It's actually
it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, when he's done with it, it's gonna be super
nice.
It's gonna be we're gonna have to put Shaggin' Wagon on the side of it.
Mm-hmm. Shaggin' Wagon.
It's got a bed in it.
Yeah, because she has to be able to sleep.
You don't want to put candy inside because that's got to be a white panel.
Candy wagon.
It's got to be a panel van.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just kind of interested to see who's going to end up painting it and how all that's going to work. But yeah, you may have bit off more than you could chew with that one, Rosie. These people out here in Northeast Kansas, we can be evil. Gotta be careful what you do and say around here.
It's getting dark.
Because we've had summer solstice, and so now it's starting to get dark earlier. It's just gonna get worse and worse. Yeah.
That's right. We did. It is nice.
June 21st.
Didn't even think about that. If the vans are rocking, don't come a knocking.
See, this is what I'm talking. This is why you're getting Shaggin' Wagon. Gotta be careful. Now we're gonna have to make sure. So, because Rosie, when I go and look at her van, I'm gonna have to look at it over at Hacks to see the finished product, because I don't want anybody to see me walking away from her van when it says Shaggin' Wagon on it. There's already too many jokes and rumors and all that crap, so you need to not do that. Huh?
So ignore those people.
Yeah. Well, one of them's Billy, so he's the one that started all the problems.
Oh, let's see here. Camera, it's just a matter of scaling it up whenever you're doing that much. I will say this though, the bigger the batch, the more I had to back sweeten for some reason.
Good. Don't take a black light to the van. Oh my. You were talking. Oh my gosh, we were talking about that. I was talking to Amber and Caleb because I took the potatoes and and the pterodon, I'm trying to recover from this because I'm not sure. So the kids like to do. They have raves in the bathtub, and so they turn the black light on.
Homestead.
Homeschool kids, right?
Homeschool kids.
And so they turn the black light on, and all of a sudden you notice. So, we know who it is. So Fee wrote on there, "Help me with soap," and they can't remember what type of soap it was. But now it won't come off the wall. No matter what they use, how hard they scrub, they cannot get it off the shower wall. So every time you turn on the black light, all you see is "Help me." And then they were like, so imagine when people come over to the house and they go to use the bathroom and they can see clearly, even during the day, "Help me" is written on a shower wall. You have to understand, Fee is the oldest of 4 kids, and they're spread out. She's 14. I think the youngest is
Too much information.
the youngest is still toddler, and so you have to understand she has to help a lot with the younger kids. And so I told Amber, I said, could you imagine what the poor girl was thinking when she was in the bathtub writing "Help me" with the soap? I kind of feel bad for her. And we all just started laughing. We were like, I said, anybody that comes into this house and uses that restroom, they all gotta know.
Tambra, as far as pressure canning moonshine, my question is why? Why would you even do
You
that?
don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to, because you stick it in the dryer. If
Now,
you
in fact,
wanted,
you get the heat in there in the moonshine.
if you wanted to heat it up a little bit, so when it cooled, it would seal. But you don't even need to
You
do
don't
that.
need to do that.
The moonshine itself would sanitize, even if it's 80 proof, it would still be fine. Yes, the key to storing your homemade wines and stuff is keep it out of the sunlight and keep it in a cool place. No more than 65 degrees.
No temperature fluctuation in
Yeah,
it
no.
whatsoever. We learned that the hard way the first time we brewed wine. So,
Yeah, put yours in your pantry. See, I would look into that, because a lot of the states now have changed their laws that you're doing it for your own personal consumption. So like in Missouri, you can't make more than 2 gallons a year legally in Missouri. I don't know what it is in Kansas, because I just honestly don't care.
nobody cares.
I mean,
Anybody who's doing it anyway doesn't care. They're just doing it. So, and there's nobody regulating as long as you're not selling or anything like that. Nobody cares.
Yeah, at Skeins, my mom had one of those bladders that she kept when she was doing her wine, in underneath the stairs, hanging underneath the stairs, and she would go down and burp it every now and then. And that was the first time I ever had wine, and I did not like wine for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Got the recipe in the kit out of Mother Earth News in like 1971, back when it was mimeographed and stapled.
It's not illegal to make alcohol. Mm-hmm.
No, the illegal part comes if in the
You're bootlegging.
the amount you're making, and if you're selling it.
Mm-hmm.
So in Missouri, it's illegal if you don't have a license to sell your alcohol. But there's you can make. I want to say it's 2 gallons or 5 gallons. I don't remember. But you can make it. You can give it away. You can trade it with people. You just can't sell it.
Yeah.
But again, this is one of those starve the beast moments. If you're trying to make a commercial endeavor out of it, then yeah, you're probably going to get in trouble. If you're doing it for your own personal consumption and sharing it with your friends, why even get the government involved? Seriously, why even do anything?
In a wine cooler. That's the best place.
In an empty mason jar wine glass, good place to put your wine.
Yeah, I see. Okay, I'm a
Get a hold of me, please. Starla wants you to call her, Scans. Get a hold of her. Okay, Tamara says, if I put a cork in it, tape it down, I put mine in 16-inch Sprite bottles, then you can put them in the freezer and mix with Sprite and make a good wine cooler, just slush. Actually sounds pretty good.
It's also a good way to smuggle your homemade alcohol onto the cruise ship. Put it in your backpack and don't declare it. And as long as it's a green bottle, it's just going to look like pop.
Starla, it's not the first time somebody's mentioned doing a vinegar class.
You're going to do a vinegar
She's got to
class.
make a video, so she's not going to make the video.
What are you talking about?
You got to do a video of the vinegar making, but you don't make videos anymore.
Oh, I am going to be doing a class. And so I'm going to be doing fermenting at Kentucky Sustainable Living because a lot of people are wanting to know that. So, but that being said, I also need to go out and harvest a lot. We've got flower styling coming in, got some beautiful roses, all kinds of stuff. So I'll go get those all harvested. And I'll have to start making them so that I don't lose them. And I'm worried because I really like to show the rose vinegar. And I need to have them in stages while I'm in Kentucky because there's the only way I can truly show the fermenting process is to do the coleslaw, canned coleslaw. But anyway, I'll figure it out. But I don't want to buy roses because there's going to be chemicals in them.
Skeins, making tequila is pretty simple. Problem is, agave is expensive. And I don't know if the prices have gone down, but back when I was looking into doing it, it was cheaper just to go to the store and buy it than making it myself. Seriously. You know, when I was doing my sugar washes and making my homemade bourbon and homemade gin, it was cost effective to make it at home, even though it took a while. And same with brewing beer. The brewing beer is a little bit more expensive than going and buying the cheap domestic stuff. But you don't drink as much whenever you've got good quality beer.
Well,
at least I don't.
So, and then too, what we do, I was getting him some kits from Northern Brewing Company.
Northern Brewing Company.
And
highly recommend.
They have sales that they do every once in a while, and so like if there's Father's Day sale, Black Friday, or whatever, I would just get him like 5 different kits, and then he could do that at that time.
Starla wants to know if you can make vinegar out of apricots and peaches.
Yeah, take your scraps. So I actually do have a video if you go back. There is a video. I think there a video? There may not be. So kind of like what you would do, you're going to do the same thing like what you would do with the scraps from the pears if you're making pear vinegar, or apples for your apple cider vinegar. So you're just going to do the same thing. But yeah, you can make vinegar.
Skeins, go to a big alcohol clearance house. We got them like Red X, or just these great big warehouses. It's like a Sam's Club for alcohol. Go there and see if you can find a brand called Manana. It's about $40 to $45 a bottle, depending on what flavor you get.
It's thundering.
Oh, it's thundering here. But depending on what flavor you get, for the price, it's probably some of the best tequila I've had. Called Manana. Spelled exactly like it sounds.
That means in Manana, you're going to make sure that you have a bottle of Tylenol next to your bed.
Tequila makes somebody's clothes fall off. I'm not going to post that one. No. Brian says my dad just passed away Sunday. Condolences. He was an alcoholic.
Sorry, Brian.
Drinking laxed his throat muscles so much that he couldn't swallow in the end. He wasted down to 140 pounds.
Oof.
Yeah, that's one thing. We talk about it, but we need to make sure we're doing it.
Well, that's
doing
really
it in
weird.
moderation, and we're not being self-destructive.
That's really weird because, like, my mom was not an alcoholic. Mom doesn't really drink, and when she died, but she was on a lot of medication, and so I'm thinking it was the medication. But when I think it was muscles, but her esophagus would it would bend. Oh, did somebody say that?
No, that's what you mean.
Yeah, it was like it would bend, and so it would cut off her circulation. It's really weird.
Okay, I'm gonna second.
Circulation, her breathing.
I'm gonna second what Terminator says. Heidi Heidi probably has some of the best
The
videos
best
out
videos.
there on making.
Go to
video
Rain
stuff.
Country. You guys, I see this over and over and over.
She makes some great content.
And that's where I learned. So, you know, I can redo what Heidi does, or you can just go support Heidi. Go over to Rain Country. And she's really good. She's easy to listen to, and she's very clear in her instructions. So, I mean, just go do it.
Would a mullein infused oil help with inflammation, body stiffness if applied on the skin?
Do it.
I would think not, because it's more for your respiratory.
Chest, right? With what was it? Mullein infused oil help with inflammation and body stiffness. I don't think so. And it's going to be more. Well, it does. It helps with your lungs, but it's more decongestion, I guess, is what I would say. Lung health. And
If you're looking for inflammation, I would do that.
Feverview.
Feverview or Comfrey.
Comfrey, Feverview. And so those are the best. But you haven't got Comfrey from me in a long time. I know, you know, it's kind of hard times, but if you go through, did I make a video on making that? Which I have some dried, and I have some that I have to harvest. So I could probably walk through a video, and I can show you how to do it. Because if I remember correctly, I think you have Comfrey Brian down there.
Yeah, Brian, our prayers do go out. I kind of lost some of that. I apologize. But yeah, our heart goes out to you. If you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, it stings to lose a parent. You just kind of, especially, you know, if you're close, you kind of lose yourself. But especially when you have to take care of them for so many years before they pass away.
See, look, she misses the cooking videos. So do a lot of people.
I mean, you guys can pressure and pressure and pressure, but right now I'm cooking and cooking and cooking. And so it takes me a long time, and these I have to bust out. So this is all stuff that I've been doing for festivals.
I gotta go put you as well.
Okay, so let's go ahead and shut it down because we've been almost an hour and a half.
Okay.
But I need to go get cinnamon. So.
All right, guys. Listen, honestly, we do need to get animals put away.
It's gonna start storming. We got a heavy thunder coming in.
But we are glad you guys made it tonight. What'd she say? Skinny margaritas?
Yeah, that's that Real Housewives thing. Bethany, whatever it is.
It says, from my experience, cleansing and very clean diet are way to best control inflammation.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Get rid of the sugar. Get sugar out of your life.
She will not do that.
Well, and again, I say that. I've got a sweet
You
tooth.
not do that.
I've got a sweet tooth.
I'm really worried about the extra cinnamon rolls I'm gonna have tomorrow.
You're only gonna have 3.
No,
If you do it right, you're only gonna have 3.
Nope, it's gonna be more than that. I did the math.
Well, then wrap them up individually, and I'll take them individually and sell them individually.
Okay, I can do that.
Somebody wants you to call them. What do you want us to call you, Skinnies?
I know.
College girl?
Well, we're going to talk about content containers. Excuse me. And you need to figure out where those are going to get put. So I'm thinking back in the barrel.
All right, guys, listen.
Problem.
In all seriousness, thanks for showing up. You guys make this worthwhile. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't do these things anymore. Seriously, because I got
too much to do.
Yeah, I got too much to do, but I enjoy coming on here and talking with you guys. This is our little bit of online community.
Yeah.
And you guys, some of you become family. Some of you are already family before this even started. But you guys, we really do appreciate it. You make it all worthwhile. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Yeah, as usual, be at least 1% better tomorrow than you were today.
Think about how your actions echo through history. Go live life to free. All right, take care, guys.